Okay, I finally have all the sensors calibrated. Board looks really nice and clean. Now, happy with that. Next step would be to check all the meters. That could be fun. See if every light works. Also, I have this very bright LED. I want to have a look into that. See how that goes. Now also, I put on the side panels for my Serverschrank. When I close the door now, it's quieter. I like it. There is a few tiny holes that I want to fix. Now normally there would be locks, right? So that you can kind of lock the whole shrunk. Well, what I notice is if I have the door closed, it does get toasty in here if I put my head in. A nice summer evening. I want to get fans at the top and then probably fans at the bottom to get air flowing through this at least a bit, right? I don't want to have them run at full speed. And then monitor temperature with a thermal camera. Now that I have spaced out the DSP, they're being much cooler, which I like. It's a little bit warm in here. But this is amazing. Before the four were just stacked in here. And then I am getting more DSPs. My plan is to probably have them like 3, then space, this thing spaced, then another 3, right? To have it distributed. Now we'll monitor that. Now what is the hottest of all is these power supplies. And if I feel them from the side, they are being quite warm. I'll try to find a solution where I don't know if I should space them out or have some of these run outside the switch, like maybe somewhere in the back and then with a cable. Maybe, I don't know. But these, like if I turn them down, let's just for fun turn out the switch. That is most of the noise, just these 3. I mean, these are running on full speed. And I have the Arctic fans in there with the temperature sensor. And I placed the temperature sensor quite close to a component. Or like where the heat sinks are inside, right? So where it is getting warm. So these are running up quite fast, all of them. I don't want to gamble on turning down the RPM of these by placing the temperature sensor somewhere else and then have stuff blow up in there. On the other side, I know that most of the components in there can handle like 85 degrees or something. But I don't want to get it too toasty. On the other hand, I do want to get it quiet. So that's an interesting story for later. I know for the switch there's documentation about power distribution. Right now you can see I'm running it with 1 missing. So maybe I can monitor the power load somewhere and then see if I can run it on 2, for example. But that is also for later. Okay, just testing a few of these meters. Now I can only get up to 16 groups with my DSP right now. The meter is for up to 48 groups. Imagine, and I don't really know how to turn on these lights. But that's cool for now. And then that's all the fun here. And we take these out. Yeah. Okay. They all look good. What about those? I think this one I had before. There's one LED not working here. Can you see it? Yeah. Alright, rest looks good. It's really just this one. I will actually get spare meter modules. Probably just pop that in, or maybe I exchange the LED. Nice. Nice, nice. Loving all the fancy lights. Sad that I cannot get the whole console to light up, but that is because these are stereo tracks. And with the configuration, if I want 16 groups with my 4DSP boards, I mean, I could just cheat probably. How many groups? 24 groups? I can only assign 16 groups here. How do I assign more than? Probably if I press group. Yeah, let's go. Let's fake it here. How many groups can I get with? Oh, wait a second. I know how to. This is locked to 60s boards. Wait a second. I thought I knew how to hack this. I mean, there is a file on this computer. In the config folder, DSP, where there's the states.txt, where these variations are skipped and I don't see them. And then there's 4, 5, and 6, which I have. And then there's 8 and 10. I don't know if I have to. No, this doesn't do anything. Nah. This. No. Yeah. Well. Anyways. Yay, what a glow up. This is fun. Why is this so fun? I'm just making things light up. I like it. It is very satisfying to operate, let me tell you that, as these buttons here. They just feel very good. It's just nice. Just a nice thing to do. Cool stuff. And here we go. First converter test captured. I manufactured a testing cable to do a round trip. just from one interface to the other. Now this is good for two things. A, testing the converters, do a sound test, see how I like the conversion. And then also for testing all the individual interfaces, see if every channel works, if I have broken interfaces and stuff. I have about 24, 25 something interfaces, so yeah, wouldn't wonder if one of them is bad or a few channels are bad. So this is good for that. Also, two things to mention. Now all these beautiful green lights for the PFL, and a lot of those are not working. Either they're stuck all the way down or not working. I have spares, and I will see if I can replace them, if some of those just need a few presses. And then lastly, this board, like this EQ is super cool, it sounds great. This dynamics section also. Does it really sound good? Is it just the haptics of it? Does it really have a sound? Maybe we'll find out in the test, but the results I'm getting out of this are kind of cool. Very upfront, like in here you use limiter and compressor on a signal. It brings it nice and forward. All I want, right? And then just standing here, pushing buttons, turning knobs is super, super fun. That's for now. I will take this to my studio and listen to it. The upper one is just a digital signal coming from the computer to the desk and back with a little compression, limiting and EQ. The bottom one is a copy, but with a round trip of the converters. Very excited to hear these sounds. Stay tuned. Yo, hello, here we are. The package arrived. Very excited to see what's inside. Well, I know what's inside, but I'm very, very happy to see it. Hope it all arrived safe and sound. Let's check it out. So many cool things. The monitors, spare power supplies. Thank you so much to Patrick from Service Connection to pack them really, really nicely. Everything arrived in perfect state. I have spares for the meter now, which is great because I don't know yet how to replace some LEDs there. I think I found just one so far, but still I can now just replace that board and be fine for now. Super, super nice. That's more displays. I'm very excited for the mainframe parts, the DSPs, as well as the blank plates. We're gonna get those in. Let's go. Okay, here we are with the new setup. Again, thanks Florian for your help and your passion with the project. This is it. I have a cleaner one, but now for the workshop, I will use this more yellow keyboard. Look at that. Can take it out. You have holes in here that will be very, very important to get the power supply for the laptop and the Thunderbolt cable, so the interface can be one somewhere else. So this is nice. This MacBook Air 13-inch. I know it's a little bit wider than my main MacBook M1, which I will be using. Also, I think a little bit longer, so you should be able to put your laptop here on top of the desk. Maybe we lose a laptop stand for that, and then also maybe a mouse, maybe wireless here to work. You have your fader, you have your panorama, you have your control here. You can take out the keyboard so that if you're working on this computer, you'll be able to make a new, you'll be able to make a new production and then give it a name. Now, of course, that does not work now that I show it. I think I have to find new batteries. But yeah, this is all amazing. The new setup I changed a little bit. Let's see how plug and play it really is and if every function is recognized. I swapped some of these soft keys around. Let's see if they are being recognized now. That will be interesting. And then also I moved the unit control up to here, which makes sense of the channel strip starting here. I have the input and the gain on the top left. Unit processing and aux are probably swapped because in mixing I will need the aux more often than these guys here. As well as the controller sign is more for standing, so I can assign stuff to the dezentrale Bedienfeld, they say, to the off-center controls. Yeah, this is nice. Especially with the laptop, it fits so well, the laptop in the middle. Like if I take it out, you can see. That's where it wants to live. That's modern. Now with it in. Perfect use of space. Cool stuff. And here we go. Look at that front. Nice new layout. As you can see, I moved the DSP around a bit to distribute heat better. So we have the 3 input modules. We have a blank. We have 3 DSPs. We have a blank. We have the control point. Another blank. 3 more DSPs. Maybe I add a spare later here or maybe here or something. Then we have the communication to the computers. That's what it looks like now. As we speak, 3 power supplies installed. Let's fire it up and see what we got. Also see what the real-time PC says about the new modules, if we get errors, if everything works correctly. Very excited. Finally, 6 DSP cards. A dream coming true, because with now 6 DSP boards we can get up to 80 inputs. Look at that, there's 90! Hell yeah. So nice. Thank you so much to Theo. And also thank you so much to Patrick for sending these parts over. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, we're unpacking the presents here. Now, 2 things we noticed and 1 thing we already fixed. What we did not fix is we swapped modules around and you can see they are non-registered now. I know some guy in Germany that tries to sell one of these right now is saying, yeah, it's all plug and play, there's auto-register. That is not true. I put the model in here, it did not auto-register. And I get messages from the real-time PC that says, hey, where's my module? Can't find it. So in here, yeah, you can see who did what for who. Studio Franken. And then you can see what bus, what slot, what cassette, mode, etc, etc. So that's A1. So I guess A should be for the lower where the faders are. And then we have B and C further up. No? No. A1, B1. That is A19 Sigma Kassetten. Well, yeah, now I have to find out. Okay, so this is the right file. Yeah, and here we see A1, A20, and then we continue A45. So left and right of the desk. Yeah, 20 fader to the left, 20 fader to the right. Then we have the C faders, the 8. Nice. that starts from 21 till 28. And then there's these cassettes. So I have B1, extra faders for summing, master fader, and that should be bus and slot. So there's bus 4, extra fader for group, extra fader for summing, Kommando unten, bus 4 slot 3, that's the bus 4 slot 2, the extra fader, 4 slot 8, 4 slot 10. That is B and C, the Platz, but that's just for us, so important is bus and slot. B-Ebene, C-Ebene. That will be fun. I don't know if we do that today. But yeah. Alright. So far for today. This I would check out. Now there another thing happened. As I showed you before, we put all the DSPs in, 3 here, 3 there. And then I want to say DSP2 had an error disconnect. So I thought maybe the board is wrong. I swapped another board in, also not working. And then I remembered when I tested stuff, there was one module that I just wouldn't get to work. And I think that because I put the modules now here, I think that this slot, maybe there's dust or something in the connector or like a pin bend or something. But this slot does not recognize DSP, which means I have now 6 in. They all work. They all look good. I have 1 more confirmed working from the spares. Then there is another one from my own parts that might work now because it could have been the issue with here. So if we're lucky, we can get up to 8 DSPs, which would be just incredible. For now, I'm very happy with 6. You know, sky's is the limit. But yeah, we fixed that one. Everything's working. Everything feels nice and cool. This spacing here is nice. Maybe I'll do some similar thing here where I have this one here and then I have pairs of 2. So 2, 2, 2, and another 2. We'll see. But that is just amazing. Yeah, and that was my 2025 update of the Lavo console. As always, if you liked the last couple of minutes with me, feel free to give me that all buttons in, or like and subscribe. Until next time, have a good one.